with this open enrollments, with getting this business going, I mean, I am just more excited about this than I think I've ever been about anything in my entire life. It's just absolutely amazing where we've come from, where we are now, and where we are headed to. Because, I've been in online business for years. I've been doing this for years. Who here has been in online business more than a year? More than 5 years? More than 10 years? Doug, raise your hand. I know you're in that group. And for me, I've done it. I've been there, and I've made the list of 100 friends and family. I ended up in the NFL, the No Friends Left Club. By the end of it, I was barely getting invited to Thanksgiving dinner anymore because they were nervous which business I was going to talk about the whole time. I put flyers up all over the neighborhood and, put a flyer under every single windshield car that I can find. And, I had drop cards that I would leave on the gas pump. And the best ones were those little ones that look like $100 bill. And then you open it up. It's like, you want more of these? Join my business. I've done things like the 3-foot rule. No matter where you go, if someone's in 3 feet of you, you tell them about your business. Oh, I'll be honest, it was a lot of work. It sucked, and I saw no results. I mean, sure, I could get a person here or there, but other people looked at what I was doing, and they said, no thanks. I do not want to be a part of that. And literally I was putting in, 30 hours a week to grow this business, and I wasn't seeing any results. So, kind of turned to one of those things where, you jump from business to guru. And every 2 weeks, I was more excited than I've ever been because I finally found the secrets. I finally found the way. It's going to happen for me. And then 2 weeks later, nothing really happens. The lead co-op that you bought doesn't work. Whatever the story is that week, you're kind of bummed out for the weekend, but then Monday you see something new and you're more excited than ever. And that literally became the cycle of my life. It was that cyclical cycle of just being super excited, not working out, being super excited, not working out. And I did that for a long time until a few years ago, my girlfriend looked me in the face. I mean, she looked me eye to eye, and she said, you want to know how I know this is a scam? Because if anybody could do it, you could do it, but you're not doing it. Boom. When I heard that, that hit home. I mean, that was a punch right to the kidneys, where she's like, ooh. It kind of takes the wind out of you to have someone be that honest with you. And, I realized that I'm going to have to do something different. I can't live the rest of my life at a job. I have friends and family, they go to their job, they have careers that they love, but I've tried the 40-40-40 plan. Spending 40 hours a week, make $40,000 a year for the next 40 years of my life, and sitting in a cubicle, being stuck in traffic, spending time away from doing things that I don't enjoy, having a boss just micromanage everything that I do. When you look at this boss, you're like, what are you even talking about? And I knew that wasn't the plan for me. I knew that's not something I was going to be able to do. So I was going to have to figure out something. I was going to figure out how to do this. And that's kind of when I realized, I need to stop looking for the secret. I need to stop looking for this magic system or, just some miracle business. And I was going to have to learn the basics. It's kind of like anything. You have to learn the basics. One of my favorite sports is volleyball. In the Olympics, I love volleyball. Beach volleyball, indoor volleyball. I even watched the Paralympics, and apparently they have a sitting volleyball. But in home business, I was just running around trying to spike the ball. That's all I did was run wildly around the court, trying to spike the ball to score points. And once I took a step back and looked at it, it's like, all right, I need to learn the basics. I need to learn how to bump. I need to learn how to set. I need to learn how to spike. And when you're getting good at something, the first time you do it, you're going to be bad at it. Anything that you're going to do takes practice. It takes work to achieve. And so I realized I just have to sit back and practice my bumping. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, this sucks. I want to spike the ball. I just want to make money. But you're never going to score points without those initial basics of the bump, setting, and spiking. But obviously in home business, we're not learning bump, set, spike. What it comes down to is you have to learn how to get traffic, leads, and sales. You have to find people who are actually interested in what you're doing. And so with this, I started looking at the six-figure earners, all the gurus, the top income earners, but I did it differently. I stopped, looking at, what are they telling me to do, and what are they actually doing? You can tell me to make a list of friends and family all day. That's not what you're doing. I'm not your friend or family. How did you find me? How did you connect with me? How did you get a list of people who are interested in what you have to offer? And that's what I started to figure out, and that's what I started to learn. I learned how to, do niche websites and, get traffic, how to build email lists, how to shoot videos, how to just do all these basics. I learned how to bump and sets, so that way I can finally start spiking the ball. And, once I learned these skills, once I figured it out, it kind of came down to, well, now what do I do? Like, I figured out these things, I've got traffic to websites, I've got people who are interested. Now what? But the problem was, there's really no business I could get excited about. I mean, I've done the vitamins, I've done miracle juices, vacation clubs, things that make water wetter. I've done digital products. I've tried all these different things. It's just, for me, I couldn't be excited. I didn't want to do them. It's just, what do I do? I have the skills and the knowledge now. How do I apply it? And that's when I heard about the relaunch of Jerky Direct. I guess I didn't hear about the relaunch. I heard it was closing down. And I've been with Jerky Direct since 2004. And I've always understood it's a simple business with simple products, a simple compensation plan. And now that it was closing and we could relaunch it to be the business that it always should have been, we can put the marketing behind it. We can put the tools behind it. We can actually teach people how to be successful in home business. And what's crazy about this relaunch is we're doing it completely different than any other business. Most network marketing and multi-level marketing businesses, they launch with this guy on the top, and he gets 6 buddies, and they all have email lists of 1,000 or 100,000 or 1 million people on it. And they start the business, they email their lists, they get a whole bunch of signups, they tell them how to call their friends and family. Their list burns out, so everybody quits, and then they jump to the next business. And they start something else and say, look how easy this is. Overnight, I just, recruited all these people, but no one else is able to duplicate that. I mean, no one else has a list of, 1 million people on it. No one else has a list of 100,000 people on it. How do you grow a business grassroots? I remember watching these webinars, and you'll see the ads, you'll see the headlines, how I made $1 million on Facebook. Join my course, pay me $1,000, and I'll tell you how. And then you watch the course, and you find out to make that $1 million, he spent $300,000 on Facebook ads. Okay, I don't have $300,000 for ads. As a new person, how do I start? Or you see these ads of how I made $75,000 in 2 weeks on Instagram. Well, I spent $26,000 on ads. And it's kind of like, how does the new person do this? How I recruited 1,000 people in a week to my business. Well, I emailed my list of 1 million people. The new person, the average person doesn't have this when they start. And that's what's so amazing, is that we're growing this business from the ground up. We're growing it grassroots. We're growing it as a team. And, it kind of reminds me of like the Wright brothers. Who here has heard of the Wright brothers? All right. Well, the joke in my house growing up is 2 wrongs don't make a right. You know what 2 rights make? An airplane. You guys can put that joke in your pocket for later if you want to. But what this story is about is not just the Wright brothers. It's about a guy named Samuel Pierpont Langley. And back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, everybody wanted to figure out how to fly. Everybody was trying to figure out how to build a plane. That was kind of like the dot-com boom of their day. And there was this guy, Samuel Pierpont, and he had everything he needed to discover flight. I mean, he was Harvard educated, professor of mathematics. He got a $50,000 grant from the government. He could hire the best minds that money could buy. He had the press following him around. He had everybody cheering for him. But then hundreds of miles away was the Wright brothers. They had a bicycle shop, and that's how they funded their flight exploration, was their bicycle shop. None of them had a college education, not even Orville or Wilbur. Nobody followed them around. Nobody cared what they did. Nobody watched what they did. But what they had was desire. They had passion. They had blood, sweat, and tears, knowing that what they were doing could change the world. Meanwhile, Samuel Pierpont, he was looking for fame. He was looking for the riches. He was looking for another thing that he could have on his resume and just something else that he could accomplish. And he had everything behind him to do it, but yet the guys with passion, the guys who wanted it more than anything, not for the fame, but to accomplish it and knowing what it would do for the world, took flight. And that's where we are with this business. There's so many network marketing companies that are the Samuel Pierponts of, look at our 50,000 square foot office. We have scientists in the labs creating our products. We have, 7-figure earners who have been successful in 9 different businesses now. And I've joined businesses like that. I've joined companies like that. I've seen myself fail in companies like that, and I've seen companies like that fail because they're missing the one thing that they need. They're missing that passion. They're missing that excitement. And for us to be a part of it, to be on this ground floor, to build this together as a team and grow this grassroots, that's something I could not be more excited about. Because I don't want to just sit here, with my huge email list and putting thousands of dollars in Facebook ads and then just tell you guys, call your friends and family, put up some flyers, whatever. But to actually be able to learn these skills and learn the tools to grow a business, to learn how to get your business in front of people who are actually interested. So many people in this business are basically just pitching a random product to random people, hoping eventually someone will be interested. It's like being a realtor. Say you were a realtor and all you did was walk down a busy street like, you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a house? Eventually someone's going to say yes, but they're going to be like, but not from you, because you are crazy. So that's what this business is about. That's how we're growing it. That's how we're building it. That's why I'm so excited about it. I do kind of want to walk you guys through the plan. I know a lot of you are already in the business, but for the new people, and especially now that we're hitting open enrollments and we're just going to have all sorts of new people coming in to check this out, I want to make sure people understand what we're doing and see the simplicity behind what we're doing. So let me see if I can do a screen share here. And this just proves you don't have to be too technical to do this, because I still don't always do this right. There we go. I think I have to move this. Can you guys see my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen. Good deal. So Jerky Directs. This is the guide to success. This is how to get started and exactly what this business is about. Because we have one rule here. One rule, and that's to keep it simple. That's what this whole business is based off of, is simplicity. And that's what I love about it. And we're going to talk more about that. But it's kind of based on 3 things. And it's having a simple business, with simple products, and a simple compensation plan. And the bonus to this, and what's most exciting, is adding that simple marketing plan to it. Showing people those actual steps, how to bump, set, spike in their business so they can actually start recruiting people and seeing results and seeing success. And again, doesn't matter if you're brand new to the industry, doesn't matter if you've been struggling in this for years, we want to show you how to get there. Those small results from, how do you recruit that first person to how do you build from there? Because I'm getting ahead of myself, and I normally do if anyone's new to the webinar. But how many people here know it's harder to recruit your first 10 people than it is to recruit number 11 through 50? Your first 10 are the hardest. Once you do that, the 11 through 50 just seems like a piece of cake, but I will get there. So the first thing is the simple business. The mission, our goal, what you'll find on the website, is to provide a simple and low-cost opportunity so that anyone with the desire can earn residual income and build a business from home. Because, I mean, having a home business and being an entrepreneur, I mean, it's literally the American dream. You know, you talk to people, you know, what do you want to do? Or, you know, what's your goal? Based on a statistic that I just made up for this webinar, I'm going to say 95% of people will tell you that they want to have their own business, that they want to be their own boss. The people who understand residual income will do anything that it takes to get there. And that's why this home business is so addicting. That's why people keep coming back. Because once you get a taste of residual income, or once you understand what it is, there's no other way. There's nothing else that you can do once you understand the power behind this. And the other thing is, you know, learning real skills. So many people think that, you know, network marketing and home business has, you know, a special set of skills to it. But really, the skills that you need in network marketing and home business are the same skills you need for any marketing, you know, for any sales job. I've, you know, worked sales jobs, marketing jobs my whole life, and I've learned stuff in network marketing that I can go to work the next day and apply at my job to be better at my job. And that's so opposite than, you know, most things that you see for online. You know, when I first started, you know, I couldn't go to work and be like, let's share this with our friends and family. Let's start a Facebook ad we can spam our business on. But when you start to learn those real skills, or if you have sales experience or marketing experience, knowing that those are the same skills that you use in home business, and how do you plug that into, you know, really grow and really build. And you know, it's not just about home business, but it's about you. It's about learning, about growing, continually evolving. Don't just go through it, let's grow through it. And then the next thing about having a simple business is it's something you can feel good about. You can be proud of it. So you don't have to feel, you know, weird or awkward, you know, trying to share, you know, a business that you don't really understand, or something that's super complicated, or just something weird or bizarre. You know, I've been in businesses like that where, you know, I was excited about the compensation plan. I was excited to make money. But when it came down to telling people about it, it was just kind of like, I don't feel right about this. And, you know, unless you're a sociopath, you have to feel good about your business to be able to sell it to others. And that's what we're excited to be creating here. And, so, you know, when you look at it, you know, how many people are looking for a simple solution? You know, how many people want to be an entrepreneur, and how many people want to work from home? And these are actual stats that I pulled from the Google Keyword Tool. And the Google Keyword Tool will show you how many people search Google for certain keyword terms every month. And this is one search, one quick thing. I mean, work from home, 100,000 to 1 million people search that a month. How to make money online, network marketing, business ideas, how to make money, work from home jobs. I mean, there's literally, you know, add that up, 700,000 to 7 million people every single month who want this information, who are looking for this information. And once you can get your information in front of those people who are actually looking for it, I mean, that's a whole paradigm shift. I mean, that's game changing in this industry. So there's a huge market for it. People are craving this because corporate America is no longer the safe bet that it used to be. I mean, I literally just did a quick search on Google News for companies shutting down. So these articles, this isn't copy and pasted. This is just one search that I did and put up here. Everything from, you know, Sears is shutting down, this magazine place, Western Feeds is shutting down, a juggernaut in the industry. In fact, the old company that I used to work for, still have friends who work there. Huge company, huge headquarters located here in Minnesota. They had 80 different locations across the country, tons of employees. The CEO walked into the headquarters on Tuesday and said, well, the business is dissolving. As of 5 o'clock, you don't have a job. See ya. And just like that, people were out of work. People who were, you know, I'm gonna make a career here. People have been there for 9 years building their career and building this company up and putting their blood, sweat, and tears into someone else's dream. And all of a sudden the CEO comes out and says, well, my dream's over. Your dream is over now too. And it's hard to see that. I have 2 friends who still work there. They're getting married next month. So yeah, this guy and this lady getting married next month, both worked at this company. Now we're both out of jobs like that. So people are looking for something new. People are looking for something different, to be in charge of their own future, be in charge of their own destiny. And so the second part is simple products. You know, the products that don't require the hype or the placebo effect that you can actually share with people, where you don't have to worry about, you know, the vitamins or super juices or, you know, take this magic vitamin and see how much energy you have. And you're like, oh yeah, I feel energetic. Buy now. But actually having simple products that are explain free. I mean, everybody knows and everybody understands beef jerky. You don't have to tell somebody what beef jerky is. I remember when I first got started about, yeah, it was 12 years ago, and I was looking at this company, Jerky Direct, and I was looking at another company, I won't say the name, but they sell domain names. It's like you get your own domain name for 10 bucks a month or something. And I remember thinking, well, if I want to be part of this business, I have to share it with people. I have to get other people to buy. Would I rather get people to buy beef jerky? Or do I want to sit there and explain to somebody why they need their own domain name? I mean, if you've never been online, if you're not internet marketing, and someone just comes to you and says, you need a domain name, you'd be like, oh, what? Why? But beef jerky I can actually share with people and tell people about. And it's enjoyable. I mean, it's a fun product. I don't know about you, but if I go somewhere with a bag of beef jerky, people ask me to try it. I don't have to offer them a piece. They come up and say, can I have some of that beef jerky? And it depends how hungry I am. Sometimes I'm like, no. But it's actually a product where people come up to you and ask to try it. And then also it's expanding growing markets. I mean, beef jerky is a huge industry. People absolutely love beef jerky. And now more than ever, I don't know if it's just because I'm looking for it, but I'm starting to see more and more commercials come out for it. The messing with Sasquatch, and I gotta admit, those are pretty clever commercials. We need to come up with something even more clever than that. But people love their meat snacks, and especially now when like snack boxes or like those monthly subscriptions. I mean, this is like the hot new thing. This is what people are getting into, and we're on the cutting edge of that trend. And it's just amazing how quickly it's growing and how much people are loving this product. And with our jerky, this jerky's fresh. These are actually pictures of our beef jerky. This isn't pictures found on Google or nothing like that. This is actual pictures of the jerky you'll be receiving. And our jerky's fresh. It's handmade in small batches. It's literally shipped to you within days of being made. It's minimally processed, and that was a big thing. We want to make sure it's minimally processed. You ask the guy who makes our beef jerky, and he'll tell you the only piece of equipment we have here is a meat slicer. Well, I mean, I don't know if equipment's the right word, because obviously they have the dehydrators and refrigerators, but the only processing they do to the meat is slicing it. And then, of course, made in the USA. We take pride in having things done in the USA. We support small businesses. We support local businesses. And when looking for the right jerky supplier for Jerky Direct, you know, we didn't want a company that was so big that we're just another customer, just sending our jerky down the assembly line or people wearing hairnets and just another person to them. But we didn't want a company that was so small. It's like a guy with 6 food dehydrators in his garage. We wanted that medium rare company who was, USDA certified, had a solid track record, who was ready to grow, but just looking for that right marketing plan to get out there. And the company we found, it has the vision. It sees the vision of Jerky Direct. It's excited about where we're going. It's excited to build with us and grow with us and evolve with us. So I couldn't be more excited about it. If you haven't tried the jerky, you need to get your hands on it. Here's kind of what some people are saying about it, if you haven't tried it yet. And these aren't testimonials that I asked for. I didn't tell people, send me your testimonials. These are ones I just took off Facebook, or that people just called and left me messages with. So if you're on here and one of these testimonials is you, yeah, I used you, raise your hand or type a message in chat if one of these are you. But yeah, wanted to let you know I'm totally enjoying the taste of the jerky. And here's Doug. I know Doug's on here. Not too overwhelming, but enough to satisfy the taste buds. The mesquite melted in my mouth. Tender and chewy. The flavor is amazing. I mean, this is just quality, small batch. It has that natural flavor to it. If you haven't tried it yet, you need to get it. And the best part, the reason we're all here, is to make some money and get some residual income. And I'd like to say I know, but I think I have to say I think for compliance reasons. We have the most simple compensation plan that you will find in the industry. People actually, understand how they make money, and they actually understand how they get paid. You don't need a PhD. Who's been in those rooms with the whiteboards and there's circles everywhere and PV and BV has to equal on your power leg before you get the 2-up pass-ups. And I was a math minor in school, and I've watched some of these compensation plans for 2 hours, and afterwards I had no idea how I got paid. And there's no complex rules. There's no requirements to hit before you qualify for everything. I know people who've been in business and they should have got a paycheck for $1,000, but because one of their qualifications was a little bit off, instead they got a paycheck for $200, and the company just sits there and they keep all that profit because you didn't meet the requirement or you didn't do something right. Here, we want to pay you everything that you earn, everything that you qualify for. So our big goal is to give people a simple plan they can follow to start making $30,000 a year in thear business. And we're going to do this without the hype, without the false promises that most people are used to. Because, going on those presentations of make $10,000 tonight, how to make $1 million, and just all this high hope and all this hype and false promises of how simple it is and how easy it is. Just get in and get started. Everyone's going to make money. Some people buy that, and some people like that hype. For me, I'd rather keep it real. I'd rather be honest with people and let people make up their own minds, so that way they know what they're getting into, they know what work needs to be done, but they know the results they can see by putting in that effort. So with our compensation plan, it's simple yet powerful. And there's 3 ways to earn in the business. One is retail sales. People just don't want to join the business, but they want to buy the jerky. There's fast start bonuses, and then there's also long-term residual income. And right now, we have one package available, and that's our twin pack of jerky, where you get 2 bags of jerky. You can pick which flavors you want. You can change flavors every month. The first order, when you become a distributor, the very first order, you can order 4 smaller bags. That's a variety pack, and that way you can try all the flavors out right away. After that is the twin pack, so you can start with a twin pack if you want. But as a distributor, you get your twin pack of beef jerky for $19.75. And by finding 3 people to commit to that, by finding 3 customers to buy 2 bags of beef jerky every month, you can be on your path to making $30,000 a year. And that's our exclusive 3 to 30K plan that I'm going to break down for you guys right now and show you exactly how it works. So how commissions are paid? Every order pays out $5 in commissions. Can you guys see this little screen, little window with people on it? Is that in the way of the text, or is that only seen on my screen? Maybe I put that down there. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's all right. But how commissions are paid? Every twin pack that's sold pays out $5 in commissions. And those commissions are paid on a simple 7-level compensation plan. And here are how that's paid out on all the 7 levels. And I'll be honest, people look at that and they go, those are kind of small numbers. That's not a whole lot of money. And I'll be honest, you're right. They're not big numbers. It's not a whole lot of money. We're talking about buying 2 bags of beef jerky every month. I mean, you're getting a real product in the mail on an affordable business, paying out $5 in commissions. But what they fail to realize is while it's simple, it's powerful. Because here's what happens. So as you build this business and you have this simple compensation plan, again, this is the compensation plan. This is what you earn on all the levels. And as you build, as you find your 3 people to commit to buying their twin pack a month, and as you help them build their business and you duplicate that down 7 levels, this business starts to grow and starts to become profitable. I mean, that equals over $30,000 a year by finding 3 people to duplicate their business down 7 levels. you can make $30,000 a year. And, a lot of people say, oh, $30,000, that's it. Guess what? $30,000 for most people is life-changing. It might not be quit your job life-changing, but it might be their spouse can leave your job. Or you can quit your second job, or you can, finally afford your mortgage, or you can pay your rent, or you can buy a new car. Even going from $70,000 a year to $100,000 a year, that's a huge change in income. That's a giant leap. I mean, most people are at their job trying to get a 3 or 4% raise a year. To be able to make $30,000 a year on a simple plan like this, I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Such an incredible opportunity to be a part of. And it doesn't stop there. I mean, you can do the numbers on your own, but what if instead of, saying, I'm going to find 3 who get 3 7 levels down, I'm going to build a team of 4. And I'm going to teach all of my 4 to get 4. You calculate those numbers and see what they add up to. Or say you want to be a leader. You're saying, I want to grow this business. I want to make this super successful. But not everybody else is going to be a leader. Some people are just looking for the 3 to 30K plan. So say you bring in 10 people who commit to the 3 to 30K plan and calculate what your income will be. I mean, you can build this however you want to, but the 3 to 30K plan gives some people something simple, gives people something they can work for, gives something, believable, where someone can say, yeah, I could find 3 people to buy 2 bags of beef jerky. Yeah, $30,000 a year, that makes sense to me. Sometimes when people see these businesses of make, $1 million this year, they automatically shut off and think, I could never do that. Truth is, you probably can't. And some people are smart enough to realize that. But this actually shows people realistic. It sets realistic expectations in their mind and gives them something that they can really do. So you really do, though, decide your own level of success. I mean, do you want to do the 3 to 30K plan? Do you want to commit to getting 10 people who all want to do the 3 to 30K plan? That's up to you. This commission's unlimited. You decide where you want to be with it. We'll give you the plan to get there. So maybe you're starting to understand why people are getting so excited about this business. I understand. I'm excited. So a lot of people want to know, well, how do I get started? Exactly. What do I have to do? And the first thing you have to do is access your affiliate system. So you have to purchase your online distributor kits, and that's $15.95. And what that gets you access to is your website, your back office, your getting started guide, the tools, the trainings, the marketing systems, the sales funnels that we're building, pretty much everything that you need to grow your business. Everything you need to start, get going, start seeing results, and start building this. And then in order to qualify for commissions, you have to buy or sell a twin pack of jerky. That gives you complete access to the compensation plan. There's no other minimums, there's no ranks to meet, there's no confusing requirements. So I mean, literally for under $40, you can be all in this business. You can be set and ready to go to have the website, the trainings, the systems, the webinars, the upline, the support, everything that you need for under $40. And just that alone is just absolutely amazing to me. I remember being in businesses where if you didn't go all in for $5,000, you weren't even a part of the business and they won't even talk to you. And guess what? Pretty much nobody in that business even made $30,000 a year. So to be able to offer it this simple at a price like this that anybody can get started on is unlike anything else that we've seen. But there are even more ways to earn because we want to get you results quickly. We want you to make money as soon as possible. So the first thing is the Fast Start bonus. And with the Fast Start bonus is the first month you sign up a new distributor and they make a distributor purchase, you're going to earn all $5 of those commissions. So you sign up 10 people, they all order their first months of jerky, you make $50. Because we want to do this because we want to get people in and we want them to start seeing results as soon as possible. Even small wins, because small wins are what build this business. I can talk about that, but I know I've been talking long here. So we want to get people small wins, that first bag of jerky, that first paycheck as soon as possible. So first month, you're getting all $5 commissions. And then the second month and beyond that they order, That's when it's paid on that 7-level compensation plan. And then also we have a bonus on the retail sales. So the retail sales pay on the 7-level compensation plan, but you're also going to earn a $2 bonus on every retail order made on your site. So you get 10 retail orders, you're going to make $40 along with the commissions being paid up 7 levels. So that's why it's exciting. That's why it's motivating for not only you to get out there and get retail sales, but when your downline makes retail sales, you're going to make those bonus checks as well. And that's it. I mean, now you understand the whole plan. You know, I talk to people in hot new businesses and they say, well, you know, what we do is we get in, we tell our friends and family, and on Tuesday we have a call about the product, and Thursday we have a call about the compensation plan. You need a whole evening to talk about each one of those? Here it's simple. Here it's fun. Here it's all about providing value and hanging out as a community and doing things that we enjoy. And that's why I'm so excited. Oh, and the next thing, of course, is follow the training. We actually have trainings and systems provided here. So learning the skills to actually grow your business, going back to the basics. This isn't a magic system. This isn't join and make money. You have to do it. You have to follow the system. And kind of the 3 biggest parts to our training is kind of that personal development. You know, having that mindset to be successful in home business. And then from there, kind of the principles and theories, kind of the why behind the how. So no matter what happens in the market or no matter what changes, you have the theories. You know the why behind the how. So you can always create a new how. You can always do things different once you understand why they work. But of course, we are going to have the exact strategies, you know, step-by-step strategies on how to build and grow your business. And I feel all 3 of these are so important. You know, I feel like most businesses just have one of these. You know, I've joined businesses and they said, just believe. That's all you have to do is believe. You know, I'm sitting there in my college dorm, I'm like, I believe, where's my money? And no matter how much I believed, I couldn't make money. I've been in businesses that just taught me strategies. And I would spend, like I said, you know, 30 hours a week, you know, working online, following these strategies, but not seeing any results. And that's because I didn't know the why behind it. I didn't know why these strategies were supposed to work. So as we combine all 3 of these and put these together in trainings, we're going to watch people who are brand new to home business get their first sales. We're going to watch people who have struggled in home business for, you know, a year or 10 years, turn that around and be able to have that click, you know, kind of have that paradigm shift of, oh, now I get it. You know, a lot of these things, when I learned them, it was just like, put the pieces of the puzzle together finally. You know, so often you're kind of lost in the forest of home business. You know, you don't have a map, you know, you don't have a compass, you know, they're like, oh, just read the stars, and you're like, I think that's the Big Dipper, maybe I'll try this. But actually having a map, having a compass, having a strategy, having a guide, and having a team to do it with, that's one of the most amazing parts with us. Because we're having an amazing community of people who are here to help you grow and succeed in your business. You know, I've joined businesses before where the upline's like, yeah, join me, I'm going to help you out, I'm going to do anything that you need. And then as soon as you join the business, they join the witness protection program, and you never hear from them again. You can't contact their upline. No one at the company's helpful. And they say, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. But before you know it, you're left alone by yourself, trying to figure out how to do stuff on Google or watching YouTube videos and spending time but not seeing results. And our exclusive training, we want to show you exactly how to get plugged in and start making money as soon as possible. And that's why I'm excited to be here. That's why I'm excited about this business. That's why I'm excited to grow. And yeah, that's what I'm so excited about. I'm going to check here. If you guys have any questions, if you guys need anything, you know, let me know in the comments. We love the jerky. It's here and gone the same day. I know I tried to save some of my jerky for samples and for videos, but I opened one bag last night. Before I knew it, all 4 were gone. What else do we got here? It is doable, and that's what's so amazing about it. The jerky, the keys to success, jerky. Scott, I love it. Terry says, if only it were teriyaki. And that's why I love you guys. You guys are so creative. You're so fun. And I mean, that's what the home business is about. It's about being you. It's about having fun. It's about being creative, hanging out and doing things that you enjoy doing. Most people tell you, the way most people tell you to build a business sucks. I mean, I remember having my list of friends and family and just like sweating, like, oh God, I have to pitch my friends and family on a product they probably don't want. And it just wasn't fun. Hanging out and doing webinars like this and talking about things that I enjoy talking about and connecting with people who are just like me is such a better way to build a business. So much more fun, so much more duplicatable. When is our first convention? Hopefully, I don't know. Those are going to be really fun, though. I'm excited for those. Before we get to the big conventions, we're going to have some like super Saturdays coming up. So a couple months down the road, as we watch these people hit the ground running and watch these leaders start to emerge, we're going to have super Saturdays that are literally 4 hours, 5 hours long, where it's going to be straight training, straight value, step-by-steps, how to grow your business, what strategies are working right now, and it's going to be fun. I remember it was the business that made water wetter, and this was probably 6 or 8 years ago. They had a hotel meeting by my house. I was like, well, I gotta go. So yeah, this was back, my girlfriend at the time, many years ago. I'm like, this is gonna be so fun. This is gonna be exciting. I'm gonna learn how to grow my business and be successful. We went to this hotel meeting and we sat there for like 4 hours as they went over every product they had and like what's in it and like why it works. It was the most boring 4 hours. When break came, she looked at me and she said, we're out of here. I am not staying for another word of this. So I'm excited to have things that are full of value, things that are fun to be at, things you can be proud of, happy to be there. But I'm just excited for today. I'm excited to be here. I'm glad you guys showed up. I know it was a late notice on the webinar. What we're going to start doing is having webinars regularly scheduled times. Exactly when those are, I'm not sure yet, but that way Tuesdays or Thursdays, or maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays, I know there's going to be a webinar. I can send my prospects there. I can send people there. And we're going to have a couple different types of webinars. We're going to have webinars kind of for prospects, people who have never heard of the business before. And then obviously we're going to have our distributor-only webinars. And that's where the party's going to be. Once we start having these distributor-only webinars with the training, the value, just kicking back, having fun, learning the strategies to grow a business. I'm so excited to get there. If you're on this webinar right now and you're already in Jerky Direct, let me know who you are. Who here is already in Jerky Direct? Doug, Scott, Len, Michael, John, Franklin, Chris. I can't see Travis, but I know you're in. Terry, I know you're in. Gary's in. Who else? Is anybody else here in the business? Michelle's in. So if you're not in, if you're here and you've been watching me talk this long, then guess what? You only have one thing left to do. Oh, there's Travis with the thumbs up. Richard's in. You have one thing left to do, and that's make a decision. Get started with us. Decide, yes, I'm going to build a business. I want to be a part of this 3 to 30K plan. I finally want to be a part of something where I can get the training and be successful. Make a decision that this is what you've been looking for, that now is your time to get started, make a decision, and be consistent with it. Because one of the biggest things is being consistent. So many times people, go from business to shiny ball to shiny ball. I remember I used to have shiny ball syndrome, thinking, Twitter's the way to build a business. I'll try that for a week. Didn't work. Facebook's the way. Try that for a week. That didn't work. I'm going to buy solo ads. Oh, that didn't work. But really focusing and really making decisions to say, I'm going to do this. I'm ready to build this business, and I'm ready to go. We want you in. We're excited to be here. Excited everybody who is here. Whether this is your first webinar or if you've been here since the first webinars when we started relaunching this business, I appreciate every single one of you. I want you guys to have a great rest of your day out there. Keep in mind, it's Vegetarian Day. So I say we celebrate by eating a bag of beef jerky. I still think that's funny. Jerky Direct's anniversary is going to be on Vegetarian Day. And the biggest rule, let's have fun. You guys need anything, you guys let me know. Connect with me. We got some Facebook groups going on. We have more things that we're going to build. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited you guys are here. I will talk to y'all soon. Thanks, everybody.